and welcome to another episode of
Mum
and Son. My name is Jay, I'm the son.
and I'm Alicia and I'm the mum.
Welcome back. It's always a pleasure to have you back. We hope you've been enjoying all the other episodes. This one today is going to be another one of those ones that's a bit of talking about life, looking at life, but most importantly, celebrating life.
Absolutely, because this is a birthday month for the both of us, really.
Yeah.
So, we just thought about, somebody said to me, where do you feel to be for your birthday? And I said to them, you know what, as far as I'm concerned, I'm not really bothered about the age. What I'm sort of excited to be doing is celebrating life itself.
Wow, that's profound.
Yeah, and that's what I think birthdays are about, really, celebrating life rather than, I'm now this age or that age.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Because as you get older, you don't care about the age.
Exactly,
it's nothing but a number.
And it's absolutely true. And I think whether it's your generation or mine, or, when we're like adults and then you're growing into like, different kind of phases of our life, it's almost like you start to recognize how important it is, or how much of a milestone it can be as well, to also reach
a certain age,
a brand new year, or a brand new
because
age.
You realize not everyone makes it to a certain age, and not everyone gets as far as maybe you have. So you have to start seeing these milestones with value, appreciation, wisdom, and just celebrating regardless of what you may have been throughout the year. To reach your birthday is a milestone, and to know that another year's gone by, you're safe, you're well, you're still here. That I think is an amazing experience.
I think so, and I'm gonna flip it here quickly because we've talked about it from this perspective, this and that. What would you advise or say to the people that may be seeing it and being like, oh my gosh, there are so many things I wanted to do by the time I was this certain age, or I'm this age now, biologically is time running out, or like so many different things. Because some people do see it as, I'm this age, but damn, like I don't really.
And you can look back and say, I should have done this, and I should have done that, and I'm a failure if I haven't achieved this by that age, and that's all nonsense. You really, really have to take things in your stride. You're on a journey, and not all of it is going to be completed in the time frame you envisage. You remember back in the day when we did another video and I said to you, sometimes you have to surrender to universal timing, or timing that is out of your hands. So these are some of the instances where you have to just take everything in your stride, and it doesn't mean you give up, it doesn't mean that you quit. It just means that you accept that not everything I want or I wish for is going to be achieved overnight, or in the little time frame that you might have made for yourself. That's great to have a goal and set yourself a goal and say, by the time I'm XYZ, I hope to have achieved that. That's great. That's a great goal. But if you haven't, there's nothing to beat yourself up about. There's nothing to, judge yourself and, kind of say, oh, but you should have done that, No matter what, there's time for everything. There's a time and place, and when it comes to timing, sometimes you do need to grow, you do need to mature, you might need to experience other things, so that when you actually get to the final part, or the end of what you had hoped to achieve by a certain time, that you can appreciate it. We spoke of valuing things and you don't have to. Sometimes you can savor that. No, what was it that we did a thing on? I think it was patience.
Oh,
That's
patience.
it.
Yeah.
Like
how,
you know,
how valuable,
how you can
patience
value things. Sometimes we have to take.
Yeah.
So if you haven't watched that episode, you know, you might want to watch it. But at the end of the day, in answer to that question, that never beat yourself up. Be patient. There's always time. There's always time to learn something new. I'm still learning, you know, and I never think it. I think it would be a sad day if I reached a point where I thought, you know what, I don't have anything else to learn in the world. That would just be bonkers.
Yeah, it's true.
We have to keep learning.
Yeah,
you know,
true.
our journey is never done. We have to keep learning.
But that's the beauty of it. Is the learning and the growth. You know, like whilst that's happening.
Yes.
We think it's when we attain whatever it is, but that is great and that's going to be pleasurable. But it's also what's going on before you get there. What's happening? What you're experiencing? Who you're becoming.
Exactly.
Whilst you're stepping forward towards it. It's like trying to get to a destination, and we said it before about driving with the headlights, and you can only see this much forward, but you just keep going, and that's all that you can see. As long as you keep going forward, even you can see this much, but you keep going, you're going to reach your destination.
Absolutely.
Anyway, and when I think about it, it's like in another scenario, using another analogy. If you were to reach a certain destination, because that's where you want to go, or you always want to be in, or something. This is just an analogy. But you was in a car and you were driving with lovely landscapes beside you in that, but you wasn't enjoying any of that, thinking, I don't care about any of this.
Yes.
I just want to get to my destination.
Sure.
You're missing the
whole journey.
The whole journey and the beauty within it, and the essence within it, whilst you reach your sort of destination. So that's just another analogy. On it based on what we're talking about. But I think sometimes, because everyone will celebrate their birthdays, this and that, but there are some people that when they do, they also think, gosh, you know,
I should have done more, I should have done better.
And I think you can't use that, or shouldn't, as you said, as a reason to not condemn but criticize life instead of celebrate life.
Correct. You have to celebrate, and celebrate, I guess, means have a positive outlook on your life and life in general. You know, we can moan, we can groan, we can look at our lives and be disappointed. You know, I should have done this, I should have done that, I should have achieved this, I should have achieved that. Yes, but there is time ahead for those things to be achieved. The worst thing I feel, and we do it all the time, you know, I'm guilty of it, you're guilty of it, everyone's guilty of it. Where you know, you judge yourself, you beat yourself up, you always moaning and groaning, you know, instead of on your birthday, instead of celebrating it, you're thinking, but I'm getting older and I should have done this, and but celebrate life, because to be a part of this process, I mean, you know, you know me, I sometimes go into science and things of, you know, how we came into being and so on like that. But the fact that you're living life at this moment in time, there's nothing else but to celebrate who you are, what you've achieved so far, no matter how good or bad you feel it is. But celebrate it, because when you celebrate life and you celebrate your existence, you are inviting positive things and good things to come into your life. Do you know what I mean? You are sending out really good energy, and it will be returned, even if not immediate. It will be returned at some point, where all that you're giving out will come to you in a positive way, like karma, I guess. And, you know, celebrating your life is to be joyful, create joy, to create happiness, and all those positive things, which you need to get through adversity. You need to get through to the next year, to carry yourself through.
And I think that, because, as we said, it's on the day. Sometimes people don't do it on the day, but the day after their birthday, after they've had
Yeah.
the cake and the fun and the party,
Yeah.
they go, man, actually, you know what? Like, I can't believe I'm now this age. I can't but, like, you know, I also think, as well as those things you said about celebrating life, I also think it's also about sort of appreciating
Definitely.
as well.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? It's
yes,
also about appreciating the life you have. Even if it's
Oh,
not
gosh,
the
yeah.
life
Oh,
you
yeah.
want to live for the rest of your life.
Yes. And
You still
remember,
appreciate-
we're not stuck in little molds
Yeah, exactly.
that define us and say you can't do this, you can't do that.
That's exactly it.
We have that opportunity to expand and do whatever
To really
we want.
create
Yes.
the life we want.
Exactly.
Really,
So if
you know.
you're not there yet,
Yeah.
don't beat yourself up or don't think, right, that's the end.
Mm.
We're all transitioning, we're all growing, we're all journeying. So those things can still manifest in your
They
life.
can still be created because at the end of the day, you have to think about this. The greatest gift that you have been given is life.
Perfect.
You know? That's the
Perfect.
greatest. That's the greatest gift
And
that
what
you
you
have been
do
given.
and what you create and what you make of it is down to you.
But that's exactly it. So it's almost like
You can
be
redefine
appreciative
it.
and celebrate
Yeah.
it. But if you don't,
If you're not
can't
happy,
get there, or you're
yeah,
thinking your heart
dissatisfied,
then you've been given the greatest gift, regardless of your age or what birthday. The greatest
Correct.
gift is to still be alive and have life.
yeah,
And with that, you have it in you. You have the time or whatever to create the life and make it
you
whatever you
want.
want. Yeah,
yeah.
exactly that.
So there's never a defining thing that says you can or you can't do this or you won't achieve this. You know,
Or that I can't celebrate this milestone or this thing or this
because I haven't achieved
because I
this
haven't. Yeah,
by now.
by now.
Or I
something.
haven't attained this by now. You know, if you see life like that, you then, you know, not only you're not celebrating it and celebrating the journey, but you are actually starting to limit yourself.
Yeah.
You know, not by what truly exists out there to limit you, but the limitations you're creating in your mind.
Wow. Yeah.
Isn't it?
Exactly that.
You know, you have
Exactly that.
become your own, as you know, one of my favorite words, you become your own saboteur of
Yeah.
manifestation, isn't
Yeah.
it? You know, you're not manifesting because you're the one sabotaging it because of the way
Yeah.
you're thinking, and
Exactly.
the way you're viewing life, you know.
The way you're viewing life.
Yeah.
The way you're thinking about it.
Another thing is, it's quite common to say, you know, my life is no good and this and that. Look at so and so. They got a better life. They got this, they got that, you know. One of the things I always think is I never like to encourage people to think in that way because, you know, people have their own paths and where they
Everyone has
are
their own path.
is where they are destined to be in their life. You know, you can look at their life and value and appreciate their achievements, but you don't need to think, oh, I wish I was them or
Yeah,
something
yeah,
like that, where
definitely.
you
And-
kind of...
Yeah, I totally agree, and that's another good reason. Sometimes, even when, well, I don't know whether if you're younger, you could be saying, "Oh, I wish I was older; it would be easier." Or even if you're older, it's like, "Oh, I wish I was younger again, so I could." And that once again isn't celebrating life. So
being dissatisfied.
yeah, so like, you know, you talked about when you
Yeah.
compare it to this and that.
Yeah.
Sometimes, because we're talking about celebrating life and
Yeah.
birthdays, you even say, "Oh, you know, when I'm older, da 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 da," or if you're older. I
When
wish I was younger, and this and that, or it was easier, or whatever,
Yeah.
and that. But those things, whether you want to call them excuses or justifications that you've made up and you agree with, whether they're truthful or not, they stop you from celebrating life.
Definitely.
And because I think
And
once you
holding yourself
celebrate
back.
life, yeah, it's not to say this bad thing didn't exist or never happened or anything, but it's saying, regardless of whatever bad happened, this and that, what are the great things or the good things or the things that really right now, man, like I'm, you know, privileged or I'm blessed or I'm so grateful, I'm so thankful, or not everyone has this, even though it may seem simplistic or like nothing to you, to others that could be their world, you know. So
Correct.
you have to really start to celebrate the things that you do have rather than things I
You
don't have
don't.
yet, so
Yeah.
therefore
Yeah.
da 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 da
Yeah.
da. You have to celebrate the things you do have. And if you have time on your side still and the fact you're still alive, then you're even fortunate to have that.
Exactly. You know, I mean, as we said, like, this verges on, you know, if you've got good health,
Yeah.
and you've got your life ahead of you, you know, and if you don't have those things, you can turn those around
Those
as
can be
well.
turned
You know,
around,
self-help. You know, you can begin to
Yeah.
turn the things that you don't like. You can turn them around,
can.
but don't
Definitely
let
can.
them define you and let them keep you back. You know, still continue to celebrate, whether it's a little, whether it's a lot. You celebrate it all.
You celebrate it all.
Because at the end of the day, you see, what I think about celebration is celebrating the good, whether it's a little or a lot. It invites more
But
of
that's
the
exactly
good
it, yeah.
in your life.
To come to celebrate.
Yeah, so you
more.
can keep
Yeah,
celebrating
keep
more.
celebrating
It's
more.
like an energy, you know. I celebrate what I have, little or large, I celebrate it. And then guess what? The universe brings in more positive things for you to keep celebrating.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Because
true.
if you know,
and
focus on the negative, you're going to have more of that coming to
exactly.
you, which you don't want.
And also, even the way that your mind is wired and it's seeing things,
True.
the more you celebrate things, the more you'll start to focus on
The
other things to
positives and the
celebrate.
good. Yeah, yeah,
and stuff
absolutely,
like that.
absolutely.
So on both sides
Sides,
of
yeah.
of the scale,
Yeah.
you benefit yourself 100%.
100%. Yeah, yeah. So that aspect of enjoying your life to the best of your ability, celebrating your life to the best of your ability, really being grateful that you're alive, and you know, in this moment in time.
Yeah.
That appreciation, as you said, you know, having an appreciation for it is a game changer, and it will turn things around. It will allow you to start moving in the direction that you want to go, because there's so much that we take for granted, including our lives.
Yeah, it's true.
You know what I mean? It's
true,
only
because
when
we just assume
you hear
it's-
of something happening to someone, you know, that you sometimes said, "Oh my gosh, like, I'm really lucky."
It's true.
You know, you want to
Very
feel
true.
lucky
Yeah, it's very
and
true.
appreciative of life always. You know,
Yeah.
don't leave it for, or don't wait till a tragedy comes that you can then start to reflect on these things. Do it now,
Yeah.
whilst you have the kind of creative power to keep manifesting good things, and hopefully as well create and manifest a nice, healthy, long life for yourself. You know, take care of yourself.
Yeah.
To the best of your ability, eat well to the best of your ability, exercise, have fresh air and all that to the best of your ability.
Exactly.
To keep things going, to keep, you know, because it doesn't all just magically happen, doesn't it, with it when it comes to health and things like that.
True.
You have to be a part of it.
It also comes down to our decisions and
Yeah,
everything that we do as well.
Caring for yourself as well.
Exactly.
Take care of yourself to help yourself.
Because then you're not
I
only
like
just
that. Take care of yourself
exactly.
to help yourself.
Because you're not only just celebrating life, but you're also celebrating your health. You're also celebrating
who you are,
and even in other areas, which
Correct.
when you equate it all, leads
It's
to your life as overall.
Yeah.
It leads to your existence.
Yeah.
You know, so
For
whether
sure.
that's on a you know, deeper kind of spiritual level, or whether that's on, you know, physical with health or fitness, or whether it's, you know, you're kind of working on yourself on an emotional, mental level, or whether it's relationships or something like that. Once you
Sure.
start celebrating these things by, as you said, you like doing the best you can in them and appreciating them,
Sure.
you'll naturally start to celebrate it.
You are.
Because,
Yeah.
you're
Just the
naturally starting to
thoughts.
celebrate it.
Yeah, even the thoughts and how you see yourself is celebration. And if you appreciate it, you're celebrating it, isn't it?
That's exactly it. Yeah, because you think about when people, a sports team or a sports star, whoever, or anything, when they win something, if they didn't appreciate them winning a trophy or whatever it was, they wouldn't be celebrating.
Correct.
You know, but when they win something and they're celebrating their win or something like that, they're appreciating it, They're joyful
everything
for it.
is done,
and then you find,
all in that moment.
Sometimes, depending on what tournaments and which situations, some people didn't have the best start.
Yeah.
But they ended up getting better, and they ended up winning. So your celebration doesn't mean you have to win everything, or everything has to work for you. Sometimes, just like sports as a analogy, sometimes you have a rocky start, and it's the journey and everything.
Again, how do you know? Even with sports, you know, you see how teams grow.
Yeah.
You know how one person starts playing
better, and then you see them teams
working
grow
together.
And sometimes they start celebrating the little victories.
Yeah.
They have,
which start to amount to bigger ones,
to the bigger grand, thing.
Yeah.
So that's also something as well, as we're kind of wrapping this up and talking about it, is celebrating his life as well. Is even if you can't celebrate, even if you think you can't celebrate something because you haven't reached a grand thing or this and that, you can celebrate the small victories
and the
as
little
well as
achievements,
the little achievements and things that you do have.
And celebrating even those little achievements, it's like what we've spoken before about, you know, sometimes you have to take little steps, you know, and celebrating those achievements and little things along the way, you know, even if you did something that you can celebrate throughout the day or celebrate throughout the week, celebrate throughout the month. By the time you get to your full year, you know, where it's time to celebrate your birthday, you can add up all those things and really look back.
That's very true. Yeah.
You know, sort of feel so blessed to be.
That's very true.
In the moment,
you know, especially like if you start now, whether it's a birthday or whether it's just a specific day or a brand new year, whatever. Imagine that if by the time, you know, the next birthday comes around, something like that, you're then celebrating it because you reached that, but you're also celebrating all the little other things in between then, and then you recognize and go, wow, that was a phenomenal year. I don't have no regrets. I don't feel time is going by too fast or or, you know, all these excuses. You just feel like, man, I'm just celebrating life, and I'm appreciative
of who I am here, and what I've achieved,
who I am, who I'm able to celebrate it with, and the fact that I can go again and
for the next year create more and do more. I mean, wow, I found that we take so much for granted that if you can shift your mindset to be in this frame of mind, everything's going to change. Like ultimately everything will start to change for you.
It's true.
And it doesn't take a lot. It feels like a mountain to climb if you feel like your life is in a certain state and you know you're trying to change everything. It feels like a mountain to climb, but even a small step on a daily basis, that little step forward is going to get you there.
That's it.
Bit by bit, 365 days a year, little bit by bit, you'll get there.
As the famous saying goes, you know, that a journey of 1,000 miles begins with, you know, one step.
Wow, I love that.
You know, one step. So that's it. And the truth is, it's funny, but when you make things that simple, it's almost like
it's easy.
It's then easy.
Yeah. You don't have to beat yourself up or or make it this massive mountain to climb.
And all we're doing is really like making it harder for ourselves, and then
because we're seeing it as such a big thing that we think we can't even do it. We can't do this.
But
I can't.
When you say it as simple as that, or things,
I can do that.
You can do that.
Like it reminds me of your saying in one of the previous sessions we had. You spoke about I'll try.
Yeah, exactly. You know? That's what we
always.
So people like make excuses. Oh, but that's easy for you, or oh, I tried, or like I haven't, or I can't because of this. I can't. That. It's like you know, well, let me try.
Let me try. Try.
Yeah.
If you feel you can't celebrate your life, try to celebrate it in whatever little way you can.
Before making any excuse or whatever this and that, or any excuse you have.
Yeah.
Let me try.
Let me try. You know, let me try to make a difference tomorrow. Let me try and do something different. Let me try to see if I can change my circumstance. Let me try and see if I can, you know, add value. If I can learn something new today. If I can grow today. If I can do something for someone else today that will make a difference to them. The list goes on.
But
You
that's
know,
the beauty,
even as we said in our other one, even if you just crack a smile,
you
you know,
it's the simple things,
it's just
and
going
the
to
small
be
things.
something simple to just change the flow of the day and change how you view yourself.
Yeah.
And, you know, how you wish to be as a person and celebrate who you are. You know, it just doesn't get any better than that.
Because even if you build a massive, beautiful building or a, you know, like whatever, you have to start with one brick.
It's true.
So, you know, with this, whatever new thing you're going to build, whether we use it as an analogy, but you build a new life, or you build whatever for yourself, those simple things we talked about, that's like laying that first brick.
And then starting to build a little foundation.
And then you build a
from
foundation.
Which you can grow.
Yeah, and I
evolve.
agree with that, because once you do things enough and you build a foundation, it almost becomes easier because
you've got something solid to build
your
on.
foundation is now changed.
Yeah,
it's not the old foundation you had,
or the old person,
or the old person you had, or the old, you know, frame of mind, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah,
it's now changed. So, you know, you have to. It has to start with laying something down to build that first.
Yeah.
But the more you do, the more it just
and
happens.
it gets easier. You
And
know, once you change your
Yeah.
mindset and your, you know, your frame of mind and how you view things and how you see yourself, you start to make little changes in those areas. Everything else starts to change. That's just the way it is.
Yeah.
You know, you can't, you know, once you start, it's like going forward and not allowing yourself to slide back by getting back into the negative side of things. And that, as you said, the things you don't want. You know, focus on what you do want. Focus on what you do have.
Yeah,
you
that's
know,
it.
If you want something that you don't have, don't worry about it. It shouldn't define you. It shouldn't dictate how you view yourself or your life. And it shouldn't sort of be in your mind that I'm not good enough because I didn't get this, or I didn't achieve this, or I didn't have this. You have to say, this is where I am now. Look around. What can I appreciate and value? Your life is one of the first things that you can appreciate and value. Whether you think, oh, I had a bad life, or you know, or had a bad childhood, or whatever. What starts is where, not what is in the past, but where you want to go from now. Everything can change from today.
That's true. And,
literally.
And you know what? That's it. Because even though we kind of said, hey, like, you know, to change your habit or thing overnight, sometimes that kind of, that official change, or what, or like whatever you want to call it, it may take some time for that to happen. Sure. But the easiness of everything,
is a decision,
or the simplicity, can be like, you can make a simple decision or something now.
Today. Yeah.
And that's the beauty of it.
That can help.
Some people go,
change.
oh yeah, like, you know, oh, but it's not that easy, this and that. To change whatever you've done previously
overnight,
and really thinking that overnight, fair enough. But that will happen. But the easiest thing that you can do, and why it's easy enough to start, is it comes down to you just making a simple choice. And that's it. And then from there, decision, to be consistent.
Yeah.
And, you know, to be consistent with it and grow with it.
Yeah.
And then, as you said, once that foundation is built, it's then so much easier because the new foundation is built.
Exactly.
But it comes down from that simple and easy choice of going, this is today, whenever.
Today, you can make a decision about anything. You just need to make that decision. Yeah. You know, and say, okay, I can't leapfrog from where I am now to where I want to go, but I can decide that as of today, I'm going to do something to turn that around. Yeah. You know, so that by the time your birthday next comes up, you have things to celebrate. You have things to look upon and say, wow, this time last year I was in a bad place, or
it's true,
you know, my situation was different, and I thought there was no way out, and I made a few shifts in what I was doing or what I thought, and slowly and surely everything starts to turn around and change.
And that's a beauty. It's such a rewarding and great feeling when you do something like that, and then you turn around and you even celebrate how much you've grown.
Correct.
as well.
Yeah.
You're very proud of how much you've grown. You look at it and go, wow, I can't believe
I'm the same person.
I've come pretty far.
Yeah.
I've really, and it's almost celebrating who you've become, celebrating what you have. And also, and the way I see it as well as celebrating life, when you come from this type of place and you start doing it, you start to celebrate and get excited about what is and also what's to come.
Definitely.
But you're also grateful and happy and appreciative of everything now.
Yes.
So it's not dependent on what happens,
No.
but you're also celebrating that, but you're also celebrating
looking to the future,
what future things are to also
are in store
as well. Yeah.
Yeah, and because you're in a positive mindset and a positive flow, you know that there's good things in store.
Yeah.
Because
there's going to be more
the celebratory, more to celebrate. Ahead.
Yeah.
So wow, that's been an amazing, an amazing talk really about life, celebrating life. So guys, don't forget to celebrate life, to celebrate who you are, celebrate what you have, big or little. It doesn't matter. What matters is that you find it within yourself to look at everything from a celebratory point of view, and most of all the fact that you're alive as well. That's special. So don't forget to think about that and make the most of it.
And everything that Alicia said, on top of that, the little wins and victories that you have, celebrate them. Celebrate them. You may even want to have a celebration jar and write those things down. And
you were saying that you had some book thing that you used to write every day.
Yeah, for my birthday got it, and it was 365 days of happiness and celebrating. So by your next birthday comes, you look at it.
That's brilliant.
You go through it.
That's brilliant.
So, if it's your birthday now for whatever reason, great, start. Even if it isn't, just start in some type of way. Even if your next birthday is in a few months or whatever, use these few months until you're whatever age.
Because you could even say within a year.
Yeah. Or within, whatever. Like use whatever milestone works for you that you'll be proud of, use it. But age or a birthday is always one that we look back and stuff like that. But celebrate life is the greatest gift ever.
Tell us also about leave your comments if you celebrated something, or if anything we've said has been of value, has been of help to you. Let us know. It's great to hear what you have to say as well on what we talk about. So we look forward to that as well.
And if you like the episode, then give it a like and let us know as well in the comment section. And also, if you want to be a part of the family, have anything else you want to talk about, you can subscribe, and you can also leave any recommendations up in the comment as well. So keep celebrating, keep enjoying, and I think that's it.
That's it.
So it's
until next time.
And son. Until next time, we are done. Have it easy, celebrate and enjoy.
Bye.
Bye.